What's up everyone? Welcome to Touchstone Live Fitness. My name is Brynn. I've got another workout for you today. First I'm going to run you through the warm-up, then I'm going to talk about the workout, and lastly we'll go through a cool down together at the end. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start with jogging in place for about 30 seconds here. Nice, all right, we're gonna move it right to the ground, starting in a plank position. We're gonna bring that right knee underneath your chest, getting that right hip towards the ground, chest towards your knee, as close as you can get it, pressing back up to the other side. Call these pigeons. We're gonna go through 10 total. Good, popping on up, right into some butt kickers. So like jogging in place, but kick your butt. Nice, almost done, about 10 more seconds. And good. Just realized I have my mask on and I don't need to have it on. So I'm gonna pull that off real quick. Whew. All right. I'm gonna go into Spider-Mans. So plank position again. We're gonna bring that right foot close to your right hand, right elbow towards your instep, twisting open, planting the hand again, and doing the same thing on the left side. I'm gonna move through pretty dynamically here through 10 total reps, so 5 each side. Nice. Coming back on up, right into high knees. Get those knees up nice and high. 30 seconds here. Nice, 10 more seconds. Good, as always, work for me. All right, I'm gonna move into some pause squats, get our legs nice and warmed up, legs and core. So hands, not your hands, your feet. Wanna be about shoulder width apart, toes ducking out slightly, move down into a squat. We're gonna hang out down here for about a second before we stand back up. So 10 pause squats. Keeping those heels down. Equal weight through your feet. Don't let those knees collapse in. We want them to follow your toes the whole time. And of course I've been talking and not counting, so let's do like 3 more. I need someone like off in the corner, off camera to like hold up fingers for me and count for me. All right, I think that was 10. I'm gonna go into 30 jumping jacks. Nice, and lastly, we're gonna warm up the shoulders a little more here with W's, Y's, and T's. So we're gonna get into a bent over position here from the hips. You can be about 45 or parallel to the ground, that's cool. Elbows out side to side, about 90 degree, but you can bring them in a little bit more if that feels better on your shoulders. And we're gonna rotate the palms up 10 times for what we're calling W's. Good, and then right into 10 Ys this time. Arms are straight, palms facing each other, reaching up overhead at a slight angle. They don't need to be in a perfect straight line overhead, so they can come out like a Y. Showing control at the top and the bottom for 10 reps. And then lastly, T's. We're gonna go out side to side for 10. Nice. All right. So warm-up is complete. We're gonna move into the workout now. For this workout, I'm gonna talk about the movements, variations of the movements, how to perform the movements. You're gonna pause the video after the explanation, unless you already know what you're doing, and go for it. And then come back at the end for a cool down altogether. So for this workout, you're gonna set a timer for 15 minutes. And for 15 minutes, you're gonna see how many rounds you can get through. So we've got 4 different movements. Yeah, I'm just like double checking off camera. 4 different movements, and they're gonna be kettlebell swings, lateral hops, single arm Arnold presses, and then a bench over row. So you're gonna start with 4 of each movement, then 8 of each movement, 12 of each movement, 16 of each movement, 20 of each movement, 24 of each movement, 28, adding 4 for as many rounds as you get through within that 15-minute clock. So for those kettlebell swings, you can do it with a kettlebell or a dumbbell. But you're gonna set up with the kettlebell a little bit in front of you. Ideally, like when you bend over, the kettlebell should be like pretty much right underneath where you grab it, or it can be underneath your face, that's fine. So kettlebell swings, we're keeping our feet fully planted on the ground the whole time. Hips bend back, knees stay stacked over your ankles. So it's definitely a hip hinge movement. It feels like you're sticking your butt out, not a squat movement where your chest is upright and your knees go forward. So keep those knees back, grab that kettlebell. You're gonna swoop the kettlebell into your hips and then extend through your hips to pop the kettlebell up, right? So you'll see as I'm moving through it, I am using the extension of my hips. Pretty much you're squeezing your butt, shooting your hips forward in order to create momentum on that kettlebell. You do not want to be shooting your knees and then hips forward, because then you get into this funky back position, which we don't love. So keep the hips back at the start and over your ankles at the top. Knees stay relatively in the same place the whole time. If you've done kettlebell swings before and you're totally comfortable with the eye level kettlebell swing, you're more than welcome to go for the overhead kettlebell swing for this movement. Either variation, whichever, if you're doing eye level or overhead, I want to make sure that the kettlebell is swinging nice and high. It should be around your knee level here as you're going through those swings, not scooping super low and then creating this huge pendulum. So act like you're like squeezing something in your armpits and you're trying to not let it go as you're going through these, and that'll help keep the kettlebell a lot closer to this area of your body versus swinging down here. All right, that was the kettlebell spiel. Same idea with a dumbbell swing, if that's what you have at home. Same thing, just your grip on the dumbbell is gonna be a little bit different. All right, 4 swings, right into 4 lateral hops total. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Quickly into single arm Arnold press. So you're gonna need a dumbbell or some kind of weight that you're gonna press overhead. You're gonna do these standing or sitting, you choose. But you start with the back of your hand facing forward, so you're looking at your fingernails or your palm here. We're pressing up, elbow rotates out, palms face forward before you come back down. So for the round of 4, you're doing 4 total, which means 2 each arm before you switch to the next one. All right, and then lastly, the bent over row. You can do this with 2 dumbbells if you have it. You could even do it with like a single barbell. Same thing, if you don't have 2 dumbbells for the presses, instead of doing an Arnold press, you could just do like a regular military shoulder press here. That's cool too. Obviously your palms will be facing this way and not this way if you have a barbell. Okay, for those bent over rows, maybe you have a set of 2 dumbbells, you're bending over 45 or parallel. We're thinking about driving the elbows up as you're pulling into you and coming back down. It's not a bicep curl down here. I've seen like this kind of action thing happening. No, think about rolling shoulders down and back, pinching those shoulder blades together as you send your elbows up like little cricket legs, and then come back down. You could also do it as a single arm bent over row on a bench or freestanding. You can do it dumbbells, and you can do it with kettlebells. Just focus on bending that elbow up and back. All right, time to pause the video. Come back when you're done for the cool down. All right, nice work everyone. Cool down time, my favorite time. We're gonna start down on the ground here into a pigeon on the right side. So bringing that right knee forward, flexing those right toes up. You can let back toes go flat. Kick off your shoes here. You don't need them on if you don't want them. If this is plenty of hip stretch for you, awesome. Hang out here, maybe twist a little side to side, play around with hand position. Maybe you want to bring it down a little bit. You can always choose with the angle of this front shin, bringing it forward or tucking that heel in more. Whatever version you choose, settle in for a moment here. Good, think about breathing nice deep belly breaths in through the nose. You can do a couple out of your mouth here if we're still cooling down, catching our breath. But eventually we want in and out of our nose. Nice. All right, let's press back up into plank. Go for pigeon on the other side. Again, settling in. Might feel a little different on this side. Might feel a lot different. All right, press back up the plank. We're gonna drop the hips, flip over to the tops of your feet, a little up dog. Maybe your knees are off the ground here. No shame and support if it's feeling like too much. Obviously adjust for your body. I like to stretch my neck a little bit here. Good, then we're gonna drop the knees, send the hips back just a bit, but we're gonna walk the palms out into puppy pose. And chest is coming through, stretching through those arms. I kind of tripod on my forehead here. You find your version. Good, and then press back up. Actually, don't press back up. We're gonna go all the way down. Onto the belly. And we're going to take our right hand and find the outside of your right foot here. So bringing that right heel close to your butt, reaching to the outside with your right hand, and you can press back, like gently kick away with your foot, but also pulling with your arm forward. So you're gonna get a little bit of stretch in the front, a little bit of stretch in that quad. And if you feel your leg is drifting away out to the side, bring her back in. Try to keep knees closer to each other. Go ahead and relax. We'll switch to the other side. Left heel comes in, left hand reaching back, kicking up and out. And go ahead and let it relax. All right, now we're pushing up to our knees. Let's bring that right knee forward here. We're gonna make our way, see if our hands touch the ground. If not, you can hang out right here too. But once you find a spot that you can settle into, we're going to raise that back leg. So heel towards your butt. Maybe that's plenty of a stretch. Maybe you want to try to find it with your right hand. Or you can leave that back leg down and just press your right hand into your right knee for a little twist. Wherever you end up, nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Nice, go ahead, let it go. Plant both hands, send the right leg back, bring the left leg forward. Good, finding what's comfortable on your left side here. And time to twist. So either pressing left hand into your left knee or raising that right heel towards your butt and twisting. Grabbing the inside of that right foot with your left hand. Although when you're all backwards, rights and lefts seem to stop making sense. Not that they really make sense to me when they're forward. I definitely double guess myself every time. All right, slowly release, back to center. I'm gonna put that left leg back, knees together, feet together. Send those hips back into child's pose. You let your head hang here. And you choose what to do with your arms. Maybe you're reaching the arms forward with a little bit of life in your fingers here. Maybe palms together, reaching forward with the elbows. Give yourself that little shark fin. Or you can even bring your arms to your sides and let them relax over your knees. Whichever child's pose variation you get into. Once you're settled, we're going to do 3 deep breaths together, in through the nose and out of your mouth without eating my necklace like I am doing. So, deep breath, try to breathe into your belly and expand across your back. And then exhale, trying to make that exhale a little longer than your inhale. Good, 2 more breaths just like that on your own breathing pace. And when you're done, come on up nice and easy, just sitting. Hang out for a second before you stand up if you want. But nice work. Crushed another workout. Hope you come back for more.